In late 2008, I represented QUT Library at an international conference on digital libraries in India. And whilst I was there, I met the director of the new Qatar National Library, Qatar, Q-A-T-A-R. He suggested that I apply for a job that he was advertising at the library, and it seemed like an amazing opportunity. And so I said, I'd like to do that. So, to everyone's surprise, I resigned from QUT after about 30 odd years there and started work in Doha, Qatar. Working for the library director at the Qatar Foundation. It is an amazing place. All those buildings have just sprung up out of the sand. And believe me, it is sand. There's not. It's a terrific place. This one is my favourite building there. It's a Museum of Islamic Art. It's lovely outside as it is inside. It's designed by the architect I.N. Pei, who also designed the glass pyramid at the Louvre and many other beautiful buildings. This will be the new Qatar's new National Library, which will be opened in 2015. This was what we were getting ready for. It's also got a famous name architect called Rem Koolhaas, but I don't think it's anywhere near as nice as I.N. Pei. Doha is a place. Doha is a place where the latest in Western technological developments march shoulder to shoulder with traditional Arab and Islamic culture. And it's quite a double act. You will notice that there are no photos here of ladies, Qatari ladies. And the reason for that is that it's not okay to photograph ladies. So I just kept photographing what I thought. Qatar National Day, the sword dance. It's very, very wonderful. I just like that one. Let me tell you about the Qatar Foundation. It's the nation's premier educational and cultural institution with Sheikh Abdullah bin Ali Al Thani from the royal family, who is president of the newly renamed Hamad bin Khalifa University for the Qatar Foundation. It comprises, the Qatar Foundation's university comprises the campuses of about 9 prominent Western universities, mainly from the USA. These include Weill Cornell, teaching medicine, Carnegie Mellon, teaching IT, Georgetown University's School of Foreign Service, teaching diplomacy and foreign service, and Texas A&M teaching engineering. Quite a fascinating model. My job was as head of partnerships at the fledgling Qatar National Library, and the Sheikha of Qatar, who is the Queen, Sheikha Motza, led the Qatar Foundation, and she had committed it to sponsor a UNESCO initiative called the World Digital Library. A little bit about the World Digital Library. It's a digital collection of the significance of cultural treasures representing every country and region on the earth. It's digitised photographs, books, manuscripts, maps, audio. For instance, one of the examples is one of the audio recordings that I really liked was the first recording of the Marseillaise that the Bibliothèque Nationale of France had put up. But wonderful things, and films as well. The database is searchable in 7 languages, which you can see there, and Arabic is one of those languages. It's been created for use by students and scholars and members of the public, and it's led by the US Library of Congress in partnership with libraries all over the world. My job was to grow the membership of the World Digital Library amongst the major historical libraries in the Arab countries, and to increase the Arabic cultural content available. Both of those objectives were achieved, and they continue to develop. The number of digitised cultural works from the Middle East and Africa has increased from less than 200 in 2009 to over 1,300 today. You will see that it's browsable by place, time, topic, type of item and institution. So if you have a chance, you might be interested in having a look at it. That's one of the posters that from World War I that has come from Australia. My job, as I said, was to promote the World Digital Library, which we did. We had international conferences and workshops.
Who are those people?
This lady is the head of the international library federations in worldwide. These two guys work for the Library of Congress, and I think that you know who the other one is. That was at the Library of Congress. I got a lot of travel done in this job. It's terrific. And then lo and behold, another digitisation project came along in 2010. Her Highness Sheikh Mozza initiated another digitisation project following a state visit to Britain, this time with the British Library. It was the Gulf History Project. I don't know if you've ever been to the British Library, it's terrific. So we did the legwork on that. I led the scoping of that project from the Qatar Foundation side over 2010 and 11, and the contract was finally signed off in July 2012, not without some serious politicking and hiccups along the way, because that's how those projects go. There'll be 500,000 pages from the British India Office documents that will be made digitally available and searchable. They'll be available online free, as well as those 25,000 pages from Arabic manuscripts. The medieval Arabic manuscripts that were really the bridge between the classical civilizations of Rome and Greece and India through the Dark Ages in Europe to actually were the blossoming of the Renaissance later on. So it's really exciting stuff. It's costing Qatar a lot of money, $8.7 million for the 3-year project, and it's a good job. There is Sheikh Mozza, glamorous woman that she is, with Lynn Brindley at the British Library. She's the director of the British Library. It was very hard to leave Qatar at that critical point, but my daughter was about to have her 3rd child, making her little family 3 children under 2. So I wanted to be here for that. So I came back to Brisbane when I retired in September 2011. So that's the beginning of that stuff, the end of that stuff, but who knows what it's the beginning of. Thanks everybody.